coming out on the streets today and making your point. I think this is about democracy. This is about freedom of speech. And this consultation is taking place so that you can have your say. Can I assure you that nothing will take place without political sign-off, and no decisions have been made as to regards these peak time congestion points yet. This is a discussion between the people of Cambridge and Cambridgeshire and their city and county and district councils. And I really congratulate you for being heard today. So thank you for coming, and we are listening. Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking on behalf of residents and I think businesses as well, I have never heard such rubbish. I attended a meeting, a public meeting. It was the West Central Area Committee, an official meeting last week, of which a City Deal officer said and repeated that she was not at all interested in hearing whether people wanted the road closures. She only wanted to hear whether we had ideas about the detailed implementation, exactly what time they might be operating from, exactly what locations they might be in. And for the councillor to turn out and say that they're listening, they're not. From the very beginning, this process was set up not to be a consultation, but to be an engagement exercise. They were going to tell you what you wanted. And if you didn't want it, well, you could lump it anyway. So let's bring the City Deal. We will only bring them screaming and kicking, it seems to me, to the table, and we will do that by campaigning like this, like the Mill Road traders have brought us together this morning. Fantastic. And
hearing their voices, but you have to understand that the people who make the decisions will be 3 politicians, and you need to make your voices heard to those 3 politicians. Lewis Herbert, who is the leader of the City Council, Ian Bates on the County Council, and Francis Herbert, Francis Burkitt, who is the South Cambs representative. Those are the people who will make the final decision. And I urge you to write to them, as well as signing the petition, to make your voices heard and make sure that they understand that these road closures will be catastrophic for businesses in Cambridge. Thank you.
I'm the representative, the officer that was speaking at the West Area Committee, so I am leading on City Access. Thank you. Hi everybody, my name's Hilary Holden. I've been in post 6 weeks. I am leading on City Access as part of the City Deal team based within the County Council. I am the officer that stood up at the West Area Committee that was mentioned previously. I am here, I am listening to you. I thank you all for coming out. I live on Moulton Road. I am very much in the heart of what these closures, the control points will do. I will be affected, my family will be affected, and I think that we need to do something. I am listening. The consultation closes on Monday, and that's why this is really good timing to feed into that process. I'm building up a team, and I will be preparing the details of the solution, which will be going out to internal sign-off, and then it will be going to the City Deal Executive Board in January. There is approval in principle for the 8-point plan. That happened in the summer. Now the detail, the refining and the defining is happening right now. I am doing that, it's my responsibility. So I will be putting together a plan, and I will be consulting during that. It's not the end of consultation on Monday, but I need to then put my head down and I need to put the details together. So thank you so much for speaking up. Please do fill in the surveys. Fill in the survey forms. Also all these leaflets here, please take one, please fill it in and get back to us.
Can you extend the closing time for the consultation?
The question about this survey, she says complete the survey. The survey is flawed because it is leading. Yes, it's flawed, it is leading. So send in your emails as well. I'm not saying do not complete it. I am saying complete, but make sure you have your voice heard. Send an email which discusses and very clear in explicit terms indicate what your feelings are. Because that survey is designed by someone who carries out the survey, so they get the answers. Thank you very much for coming. I know we all have got work to go to, and we organise a party. That's the team. Thank you.